Hello, YouTube, and welcome back. Today we're going to be learning about the life of Job. Job was a wonderful, wonderful man, and he served God all his life. Job 1:8 really describes Job, and we see, "And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth God and escheweth evil." Today we're going to be looking a little bit about this wonderful man, Job, and the life that he had. The first thing that we'll be looking at is how he got through this trial, and I'm sure we'll look at several other things about his life, but we'll look at this first. The first thing that we see that Job was he was upright, he feared God, and he hated evil. These are what God said about Job, not what men said about Job, but what God said about Job. What an amazing testimony that this man had, that he loved God so much. He was all of these things and more. And we can learn so much from Job. But we see that Job was allowed to go through a trial by God. So God allowed Satan to go and to test Job in his life. He allowed him to do several things. And we see on the first day, he went through and he killed his children. There's 10 children and they died. And then we see that he stole all his wealth was taken from him. This was all in just one day. And his servants were killed. And man, just an awful, awful thing that he went through. And God allowed him to go through all of this. We see there in verse number 9, "Then Satan answered the Lord and said, Doth Job fear God for naught?" Satan said, man, God, the only reason Job loves you is because of the things that you've given him. And so God said, okay, well, we'll test him, but don't touch his body. And we'll see that. We see that Satan is given specific commands. I love this part of the story so much. We can see in Job 1:12 and Job 2:6. In 1:12, God says, "And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, all that he hath is in thy power, only upon himself put not forth thy hand." And then we see in chapter number 2, verse number 6, it says, "And the Lord said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thy hand, but save his life." Remember that when you're going through a trial, that God has given Satan a leash, but that's it. He can go no further than what God is allowing him to go through. And then lastly, we see Job's response. In chapter number 1, verse number 21, said, "Naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, the Lord hath taken away. Blessed be the name of the Lord." In all this, Job sinned not, nor charged God foolishly. We see that Job responded correctly in chapter number 10. This is right after his wife had just said, "Curse God and die." But he said unto her, "Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. What, shall we receive good at the hand of God, and shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips?" What is it? Job responded in the right way. We can learn so much from the life of Job looking at this, and we can see that how to respond when trials come, how to respond in the hard times, how to respond in the good times. Serve God faithfully. Today, let's serve God. Hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.